We have with us the team of a very special film, No Fathers in Kashmir. Soni ma'am, Ashwin sir, Anshuman, welcome to Zoom. How important is it for the film, to get a UA certificate and not a A certificate? I want to know from you, Ashwin.
Well, I've made this film for millennials of today, and obviously by that impression you need to understand that it has to be a UA film in order for my target audience to be able to watch it.
Right.
And it's actually a story, it's a lovely, charming story about two teenagers who fall in love and have their first heartbreak. It's a sort of universal story. You've been in love for the first time, right?
Yes.
So have I, so have we all, right? And we normally fall in love for the first time in our teens. So obviously it's very important that teenagers get to watch this film.
Correct.
And so to certify it as an adult film or to outrightly ban it, both of which it has been done, is a little ridiculous. So I have fought this last 9 months just to get a UA certificate. And as of this morning, I think we might just achieve that and celebrate. The film is made for millennials, and it's a charming, heartwarming, tender love story set in Kashmir, which also doesn't spare any of the truths and the realities of what are happening over there. So on the one hand, you have this charming love story. On the other hand, there's this search for this girl's father, who's been disappeared, as in he was taken into custody, and the rest of the village also, all the fathers have been disappeared. So there's this tragedy that sort of hangs under this very charming love story that is sort of unfolding, in front of you.
Soni ma'am, I want to know from you, you've always said it's very special for you to shoot in Kashmir. As he just, described, it was a whole long process, exhausting process. How different was your experience working on this film and also shooting in Kashmir?
Well, actually, I just firstly want to say I really, hats off to Ashwin, because he made this film against all odds. I'm not saying the script that he wrote, which was really beautiful, but I think just actually being able to make the film in Kashmir with, as he said, no facilities. And when we say no facilities, there was no hotel. I mean, so we had to literally make a hotel in a building. So he set it up. So I think that's really what a director is. He takes a project and he somehow makes it happen. And so I really, I felt very very privileged to be a part of this journey, because A, I believed in the script tremendously. B, I think that for me, for the rest of our country to understand Kashmir today is hugely important. Right. I feel we don't understand it enough. I didn't when I started this journey of mine, and I understand much more now. It's just a journey which has happened very organically for me. And so I thought I had an idea. I thought I knew about Kashmir, but I didn't. And I knew some things, but I didn't know other things. So it's just this real unraveling journey of mine which has taken place personally, which now I feel I really didn't want to ever call myself a Kashmiri, to be honest, because I've never lived there. I don't speak the language. I have no connection, with Kashmir. There's no house there. There's no family there. So I felt I was being a little fake calling myself a Kashmiri. Now I feel much more connected to the valley, and and I understand it better. And I feel now I'd like to kind of be in any way possible that I can. I assume through cinema. Bring people to a greater understanding of this beautiful, beautiful place.
Also, the support that the film got when everyone found out that it won't be allowed to release, from Alia, even Swara Bhaskar, many from the industry supported. How important was it for the film?
No, it was really important. I mean, the thing is that we were drowning because we didn't have a big star cast. We didn't have Ashwin is first feature film, I think, or second feature film. So we had nothing to sort of draw attention. Like, for example, Alia has gone through this process when she did Udta Punjab, and she sort of has, so therefore she understands what it means to put your heart and soul into a project and then have this 72 cuts notice come and not understand why. So she kind of had a connection there, and so she, I think, understood that, apart from the fact that she's my daughter. And I always told her, I said, just please put it out there if you want to, not if you don't want to. But she was very keen to herself help us to bring attention to the issue. Plus, I'm hugely grateful to Swara, to Shashi Tharoor, to Pritish Nandi, to a lot of other people who also really spoke out. Yeah, absolutely. Possibly they've not seen the film, but I think that just the sentiment behind the fact that Ashwin being a responsible filmmaker, he's responsible, and we're in a mature society. So please let's treat our society with respect, our audience with respect, and help each other. It's really, really important.
I read that Anshuman, you didn't venture out in the military uniform. Is that true? Was it very challenging for you?
other than the fact that we had to travel 8 hours to a location that was completely inaccessible by the normal means, that the things which are available on a shoot for an actor, it was an absolute challenge for him and the production team, and hats off to them for having put it together and made it possible to shoot. On the shooting side, the region has its own set of challenges, right? It's not like, it's not as easy as shooting in Bombay or Delhi.
Correct.
Ashwin shot under the garb of another name. The title of the film was not, to make sure shoot doesn't get stalled. Challenge. I stepped out in that army uniform and I got these stairs, and the line producer ran and said, "Don't step out. Somebody might pelt a stone." You don't think of these things. Challenge. He went to some hills. When you see the film and you see how beautiful it looks, those locations are, I believe, totally inaccessible. God only knows how they went there and how they got the camera to the places that they got to get those shots. Challenge. So every step, like he said, the script writing was a challenge for him. Shooting was a challenge for him. So it's just hats off to the entire team for having got through. Filmmaking is a challenge, but this is a beast of another kind.
Soni ma'am, what would it be according to you, like one giveaway that the audiences should take from No Fathers in Kashmir?
I think once you see this film and see it because you want to see a good film, you want to see a film that you will enjoy, you'll be entertained by. But once you see the film, I think it'll start, it'll put up a lot of questions in the audience's mind. And I think these are the questions which you can start asking, and you can start your own journey of discovery. And I don't see any reason why that shouldn't happen, because if you think that you would like Kashmir to be a part of India, then you should start to own it as a part of India, and you should start to be involved with its healing process, as it were. So I think that's a very important takeaway, which I think people will automatically have once they.
Soni ma'am, I want to know, how proud are you of Alia and the way she's doing in her career right now, with all the films that are doing well and all the awards that she's getting?
Obviously, I'm a really proud mom.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that she's doing what she loves and she's doing well at it.
Right.
So that's great. Yeah. I mean, how?
I think
more
than her, the audience. Like we are, other than being contemporaries, we are all actors and audiences, and we are very, very inspired by the kind of work, the body of work that's being created. Here's an artist that's going to stay for generations, I feel, because of just the body of work she's creating.
Also, Soni ma'am, it's great to see how the Bhatt families and the Kapoor families are warming up to each other, on social media. Is it like, are they really happy about each other as, Ranbir and Alia are with each other, if you can
God. Say something? No, they're a lovely family. And,
you are a lovely family.
We are, hopefully we are also a lovely family. But apart from all that, as I said, Alia's personal life is her personal life. So let's keep it that way, because as her mother, I don't think I don't have a certificate that I can sit and spout about, something about her. It's not right. So please ask her the question to her.
I must compliment you on a very well put question. I mean, I would not have, known how to put a question like that in a more elegant way than you just did. I think it's amazing.